Dear all, welcome to the playlist of Demand Side Management. In this video, I'll be discussing planning and implementation of demand side management. First of all, let me show you a flowchart. If you look at the flowchart very clearly, definitely you will come to know how about the planning and development of demand side management. As you can able to see, this block diagram depicts very clearly how about the flow of demand side management. The first step is develop end-use demand forecasting. You must have heard about the weather forecasting. Likewise, the utility company must have an idea about the energy consumption in a particular area. That means how the how about the pattern of energy usage? They should have a good idea about the pattern. They can do some survey. They can able to take with the help of some softwares, etc. So to identify the demand forecasting. So that should be done with the help of utility company. So this part, that means develop end-use demand forecasting, will be done by utility company. Moving on to the second step, undertake load market research to identify end-use patterns and market barriers. To identify that, so utility company has to look after the previous electricity bill, then different data related to energy consumption. Even they can able to refer the previous bills and different data, and the customer survey can be carried out, and the metering can be observed. Okay, so these are the various ways to follow undertaking the load market research to identify the proper end use patterns, and they can able to identify what are the various market barriers. Moving on to the third step, define the load shape objective. Here we need to talk about both customer side and utility side. First, let us talk about the customer side. If I talk about the customer side, there are three major processes involved. So let us talk about the customer side first. So regarding the consumer side, there are three processes as you can able to observe. The number one, the peak clipping. This is the first process. So this is actually the peak. Okay, you are trying to remove the peak portion. The usage of energy during peak hours will be reduced. Okay, controlling the equipments by controlling the tariff rate, and the customer will be controlling the usage of energy during peak hours. Second point is valley filling. This will be done by the customer only. So increasing the load during off peak hours in spite of consuming. For example, the you are doing the ironing or pressing the clothes. In spite of doing during the evening peak or morning peak, you could have done in other time. And building off peak loads. These processes are called valley. Become okay. This become equal. So no peak demand will be there. So that's another ultimate goal. The third point is load shifting. Shifting of peak load to off peak loads. You are going to shift. So by using different technique. For example, pumped storage unit. Okay. Then a storage water heating system, storage spacing heating system, coolness storage, etc. By using the following technique, the customer will be trying to shift the load from peak hours to off peak hours. These are the various techniques which are associated with the customer side. That is the load shape objectives. We have to verify the particular graph. As far as the utility concerned, strategic conservation, that is very important. That means reduction of the utility load. Then strategic growth. Whenever it is needed, the utility can be able to increase the load. And also there should be a flexibility for increasing and decreasing the load, depends on the requirement. So these things which are applicable for the utility company, those who are supplying electricity. Next is looking at the fourth point, identify the target sectors, end use and measures. So that is the fourth step of planning and implementation of demand side management. So let us move on to the fourth step. Here, collected information. The collected information is normally useful in determining the typical load curve. So for data collection is important. After collecting the data, you can able to plot the curve with the help of any kind of softwares like Excel or any other thing. Okay, energy lens software or Excel software you can use. Find out the load curve management objectives, and we need to identify the sectors which is more concentration needed. Okay, So this is regarding where we need to concentrate, where the utility company need to concentrate for implementing DSM. Is it for agricultural sector or is it for industrial area? Likewise, we need to identify. That means a utility company need to be identified. So that is the main thing. So that is regarding the fourth point. Next is identify the source of financing that is required. Financing is very important for every activity. Okay, then it may be the government. There are a lot of funds which will be applicable for implementing DSM. Try to utilize the fund. For example, utility company need to find out where the financing is applicable from the government side. Okay, so that is regarding identify the source of financing. Next is review cost sharing and viability option. Okay, so that is another point. Let us see how it can be done. Okay, so cost sharing in demand side program should be tried to maximize the viability for each partner. It may be participant or it may be from the utility side and the government side. So these three segments are should be coordinated. Then current tariff are below the marginal cost of new power supply options. It's financially viable for the utility, share the cost of the efficient technology and maximize the participation in the program. Then wider the difference between tariff, higher the utility investment can be, and which turns to lead high participation rate. Okay, so based on the marginal cost, we need whether DSM project is accepted or not. It is possible to decide. Okay, whether the marginal whether depends on the marginal cost. Okay, that's also very important. Next, program selection and design. So that is another thing. So once we found that once the team, those who are performing the DSM, once the marginal cost, once they identify the marginal cost, definitely they will come to know that this project is viable or not. Okay, so afterwards, after viability, then program selection and design, identify the list of program for each customer. For example, distribution of, from the utility side, distribution of LED lamp with low cost, that is one of the viable option. And reduction in the tariff. So such kind of project need to be monitored by separate team. Formation of brief report is required corresponding to the program, and format, the calculation, everything should be uniform. Then only we can able to say that project can be implemented or not. Okay, that design, that is called a design. Okay, that means the calculation, all those things are belong to design. So next you can able to observe DSM cost benefit analysis. That's also very essential. So cost benefit analysis, looking at the cost benefit analysis, based on the, you can do it with the help of case study, or case study means the previous data will be there. Okay, or else you can have a measurement, you can check it up by meter readings, then calculation of financial interest. So the ninth point is identify the social, economic and environmental impact. Then checking the benefit for the society, benefit for the utility, benefit for the customer, and creation of employability. All the things should be taken into consideration. So that is the ninth level. Okay, you can able to see the flow chart. Next, program implementation plan. That's the final step. It includes pilot program, large scale program, management and following up, program evaluation. That's the final step of demand side management, program development. Here there should be a team which they are going to monitor entire activity, just like a committee. Okay, those committee will be monitored the entire activity. They are only accepting the project which is viable or not. Okay, so based on that they will approve and make the report and confirming with the government, then the project will be developed. Okay, so these are the different process which are involved in the demand side management. So you have to remember the flow chart. Okay, you can have a look at the flow chart. There are 10 major steps. Suppose here if the DSM cost benefit analysis is failed, again it will go back to review of cost sharing and viability of checking the viability once again. If the cost benefit analysis is not fine or not in a proper manner. Okay, and also if the program implementation plan is denied by any of the authority, again it goes back to program selection and design. Once again the project selection will be recalled. Okay, so you can able to see the particular path. So this is actually happening in case of the plan